Tell your story.
Change the conversation.
Organized by students.
TEDx Youth at SHC.
I walked up to the podium during my first debate round this year, and I knew something was missing. It felt odd, but completely gratifying. That's when it hit me. The usual butterflies weren't fluttering around in my stomach, and my legs weren't shaking to the point where I thought I would fall. I felt sure of myself and knew that whatever would happen, I'd be okay. Something I never thought I would say to myself even 2 years ago, when I would sit in the sidelines at debate meetings, afraid to say my thoughts and opinions aloud. So we often see self-confidence as something we're born with. In society, we're taught to revere this sort of trait, praising people for being naturally charismatic. We assume that if we're not gifted with this, we'll never develop self-confidence at all. And it's easier to settle for this instead of trying. When I was a small child, it was easy to be confident in myself and worry-free because I didn't care what others thought of me. But then I got caught up in societal expectations. Nowadays, teens like me use social media to connect with their peers and people around the world. And although many experiences can be positive, some may become disillusioned by social trends and pressures. In a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, about 29% of teens feel pressure to post content that will get lots of comments or likes. In middle school, I was similarly caught up in these pressures, constantly worrying about what others thought of me. I hid behind people who I thought would have enough self-confidence for the both of us. My inability to speak up for myself became a detriment to my well-being when the people I hid behind made me feel like I wasn't enough. My self-worth depended on how they valued me as a person. I began to believe that being scared of everything was just my personality. It was ingrained in who I am, and nothing could fix that issue. Eventually, in high school, I realized that I couldn't be this scared of trying new things, or else I wouldn't get very far in life. If you're like me and have thought that being confident in yourself is something beyond your reach, I'm here to explain why it is achievable and worth developing over time. I know what it's like to feel lost and suffocated by constant pressures and expectations from others, especially from yourself. But I can tell you that change is possible, and you can work toward it. I wouldn't be standing here on the stage if I believed otherwise. Having self-confidence is a mindset, something that can be cultivated and integrated in your life. But where to begin? 3 areas I'd like to explore with you in developing self-confidence are determination, community, and self-reflection. Number 1 is determination, the motivation to achieve something and not give up despite challenges. Now, don't think of this as something you have to act on as soon as possible, but rather, something that inspires you to place one foot in front of the other. One thing that really helps in doing this is joining things outside of your comfort zone and engaging with people who share your interests and your beliefs. My best experiences have actually come from something I never thought I would join in the first place, the debate team. In an attempt to build this self-confidence, I joined the team because I knew that I was super bad at it. But that was all the more reason to want to improve. You should have seen me during my first tournament. I was shaking in my boots, pacing back and forth, absolutely losing my mind. But nothing could stop me from moving forward and trying again. I can't even count the number of times I've stumbled and fallen, but I never gave up and still grew to love every single second of it. The adrenaline rush before every round, the passionate banter between teammates, and the satisfaction in knowing that I am doing something I never thought was possible. Once you believe that you can develop self-confidence, face the challenges head on and keep going despite adversity. Number 2, our communities. Surround yourself with people who know every aspect of you and encourage your growth. The ones that bring you out of your shell and help you see your strengths and your capabilities. My parents always encouraged me to try new things. And it's actually my mom who has helped me see the value in confidence and loving myself throughout the years. If we ever believe that we can't achieve the impossible, we need to find support systems like parents to remind us that we are capable of growth. I'm sure many of you can agree that one of your greatest support systems are your friends. Seek out people who make you feel loved and appreciated. For me, these are the people who know my faults and see my beauty because of them. They're the ones who I can talk to about anything and have taught me the importance of trusting in myself. The people who I can sing obnoxiously with at lunch tables and who comfort me through all the times I've put myself out there and worried about whether I said the right things. Know the friends who have shown you the strength you have in yourself, but are also honest with you when you need it. Same goes for teammates. They see your strength, but also experience them as they accomplish every success with you. Communities like the debate team are an integral part of how I develop self-confidence because they've taught me that every moment is part of growth and that I have the capacity to keep going. These people shine a light on your abilities and show you that you can be more than just a footnote in other people's stories. Number 3 is self-reflection. This is finding a moment to take a look at where you are and prioritize the things in your life that you find solace and strength in. If there's one thing that got me through this process, it was taking a step back from where I was and reflecting on my goals and connections with others. Here's the thing. Even though I felt more confident in high school, I still didn't prioritize people who helped me become my most expressive self. I was still held back by things that made me feel like I wasn't enough. I decided that I would take a step back and re-examine my relationships with others. Thinking about them helped me let go of a friend who I loved, but was also a reminder that I wasn't enough. In letting her go, I had room to prioritize myself and those who love me for my faults. If you ever feel self-doubt, step back and look at the bigger picture. Who in your life has made a positive difference in the way you view yourself and your strengths? Don't be afraid to take risks and give yourself space to prioritize your aspirations and your happiness. Okay, so to practice all of these things I've talked about, here's a quick activity for all of us to do. I want everyone to take a deep breath with me for a second. Breathe out. Close your eyes or lower your gaze for a second and just listen to my voice. Okay. Now, in your head, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Think about your deepest, most important values. How can you use them to fuel your own determination? Now, remind yourself of people who have made you a more confident person simply because they are part of your life. Who is there to empower you when you need them the most? While your eyes are still closed, imagine if every motivation and every person in your life made you feel like you do right now, in this moment. Use these feelings to make a difference in your life, to find the people and the goals that bring you out of your shell. All right, now take a deep breath one more time and open your eyes. That's the power of self-reflection and believing yourself amidst the chaos of life. Now, I know that after all of this, you're probably thinking that the things I've mentioned today are easier said than done. I mean, I, for one, can testify that it has taken a lot of work for me to get to this point, and I'm still trying to navigate my fears and forge a path toward my goals in life. The truth is that even though I'm talking to you guys about this, this is also a talk for my younger self, something that I wish I could have heard or understood back then. So, if you're like me and have felt the pain of not believing you're enough, or the pressure of taking a step past your comfort zone, I encourage you to branch out. Try new activities, talk to new people, and stay determined to do these things for yourself. Find your communities and the people who show you the confidence you are capable of developing. Re-examine the place where you're at in life and where you want to be moving forward. I promise you that changing your mindset makes all the difference. As a society, we have to get rid of this mentality that certain skills don't fit with our personalities. All of us can build this muscle of confidence, and the best way to find that is to first leave behind the belief that it is unattainable. Whether it be standing on the stage or on a podium in a debate round, I believe that self-confidence is something within reach, and change is achievable. You have the capacity for greatness. You just have to believe that it is possible. Thank you.